My phone keep telling me that I need to buy storage, so I just bought storage in order to finish this video. So there's your 99 cents Apple. What's up? It's your girl Anya, and thank you so much for tuning into another video. I'm very, very excited for this topic because it's just one of those things where it's like, gosh, I mastered it. It very much has to do with your self-development and growth. And a lot of times it's just really hard to master, and it's really hard to get started on just going. It's hard to go. Me, I'm a very big procrastinator. It's just one of those things where you're just so used to being comfortable with keeping yourself in this box that you kind of abandon yourself in the long run. But doing yourself a favor and stepping outside of the box and actually getting uncomfortable and being comfortable being uncomfortable, that's just like one of the biggest things to actually transform your life. So I actually made a list of 10 things I'm doing to transform my life. And of course, I have not mastered these things. This is going to be a lifelong process. So I just ask of you guys to just not be hard on yourself. Take your time, move at your own pace, but don't settle for mediocrity and don't settle for unhappiness, because everyone can be happy. You just have to work on it internally. You have to stop looking for it outside of yourself. So I'm gonna get started. Number 1, home improvements. Now, you may not think that this will help improve or transform your life, but for me, it starts with what your environment consists of, because your environment can increase or decrease your productivity. If you're in a place where you're just not happy, what are you gonna do? You're not going to be productive. Now, if you're one of those people where you're like, yeah, let me be productive so I can get up out of here, hey, kudos to you. The place that I was in before this, I was very unhappy. And so I worked really hard to get to this place that I'm in now. It was just something about that place where the energy was off. I did not like the area. I did not like my neighbors. I just felt intense and not at peace. And so I actually manifested this place. I have this journal here, and I just kind of wrote out what I wanted my place to look like, what I wanted it to feel like, what I wanted it to smell like, the amenities. I was just very detailed. And when you manifest it more than once. You can't just write it and then put it to the side and that's it. You have to just keep on thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. I kind of wrote this manifestation of this apartment at least 20 times. This isn't the exact apartment that I wanted, but it's so close to it that I'm like, hey, I am extremely humble and grateful for it. And I'm just happy to be away from that previous place. If you're not able to move like I was able to move, because moving is expensive, work on improving your space. Get rid of things that are just taking up space. Declutter. Replace some of the things that are old or that are no longer have any use. Some of the clothes that you don't wear, get rid of some of the shoes that you don't wear. So that's actually what I've been doing, because a lot of my stuff is in still really good condition. I post a lot of it on Depop. I'm planning to post it on Facebook. I'm just trying to get rid of it just to give me more space. I've been trying to live a minimalist life because the less that is in your space, the clearer your headspace becomes. I just want my place to be pretty, and I just want to feel pretty in it. It's just really essential to just boosting your mood every morning when you wake up and you're like, oh, my place is clean and clear and it's nice to my liking. It helps motivate you to be grateful for your environment and peaceful in your space. Get out more. This is one thing that is very hard for me because I am an introvert. You may not think that, like, oh yeah, how is she an introvert? Well, for one, I'm talking to a camera. Now, if I'm sitting here and I'm talking to 100 people, I would probably be stuttering, and I just, it makes me very, very nervous, and I start shaking, and but in order to be the person that I want to be, I know I have to be more social. I know I have to get out more. The type of dream that I have consists of communicating and networking and meeting new people, and just knowing how to talk to people. You just have to step out of your comfort zone and just get out. Go out to a concert by yourself. Just spend time with yourself and get out there. You don't need someone by your side all the time to just live life. I actually decided to leave St. Louis and go to another city. I did take my mom, but for the most part, I did a lot of the things that I did on my own. Of course, she was there, but like there were times where I would branch off and I would go talk to these people by myself. It was just really nice getting to know people and just pretending that I was comfortable doing it. And when you pretend to be something and you do it gracefully, it eventually becomes you. A lot of people were like, I love the way you carry yourself. And I'm like, whole time in my head, I'm terrified and I want to go home. But I enjoyed myself and I enjoyed meeting new people, and I made a lot of connections. You meet people everywhere. Sometimes when you aren't looking for those relationships and those friendships and connections are the times when you actually find them. Number 3, social media discipline. Now, this is very hard for me because I am one to admit that I have a social media addiction. I was one of those where I was in high school and I was the loner. I was the quiet person that had 10,000 followers on Instagram. Everyone's looking like, how? But I lived on social media. I did not have any friends like in person, but I had social media friends. Like, a lot of my friends I've known for years on social media, I've never even met them. So at some point in time, that does become unhealthy. I noticed that the longer I spend on social media, the more depressed I become, because I start to compare myself to other people, and you get so in your head that you forget the entire purpose of being on social media. But just kind of start light. Limit your time spent on social media. So what I like to do is I may post 3 pictures on Instagram, like on my story, and then I'll get off of it. I don't really watch people's stories as much as I used to. I may watch the first 5 stories that pop up and then I get off. But I try my best to limit my time on social media. I have not spent nearly as much time as I used to on social media. I feel a lot more fulfilled when I'm not on it. I feel a lot more productive when I'm not on it. Create a purpose of your use for social media. So me, I know that I'm gonna be eventually a constant content creator. And so I know I'm gonna need social media for that. I'm gonna make clothes. I know I'm gonna need social media for that. I would use social media for unhealthy reasons. I would post like these toxic quotes or whatever. And then I realized like a lot of the content creators that used to follow me, they would unfollow me. And then I would realize like the things that they post are things that are a part of their brand. And really, your social media is your brand. And so I didn't want to brand myself as a person that was just depressed and sad and always talking negative things. I wanted to be that positive force. And so I'm still really struggling with that. But the more I work on it, the better I get. And I start to utilize social media less for personal things and more for my content and the brand that I want to present to other people. And lastly, turn off your notifications. I don't have my notifications on. I don't have my notifications on for anything. It's for my sanity, because the minute I hear that bing, I instantly want to pick up my phone in the middle of a productive activity that will definitely transform your life. Number 4, go to the gym. This is something that requires discipline. It did not take me overnight to go to the gym 3 days a week. Start off light, and if you don't have a gym or you don't desire to go to the gym, find video on YouTube and just do those exercises. You can start with something super light for like a 15-minute routine 3 days out of a week. I mean, it may not seem like a lot, but when you move your body, the more you move it, the more it's going to want to be moved. Like, you just kind of increase the dosage. I start out with a 15-minute routine and I do that 4 times a week. Then you do it and you used to be so out of breath and now you're not out of breath. It's easy to you. So then you boost it to 30 minutes for 5 days a week. I mean, just start light, pace yourself, and don't be hard on yourself. Once again, I have low iron. With the low iron, of course, it makes my energy really low. So when I exercise, it gives me energy. And I need energy because I like to stay busy and I like to be productive. And when I'm not productive, I am very unhappy and I feel like I did not fulfill anything. That's part of your happiness too. Just doing things that keep your energy going and keep your blood flowing. Also, try stretching. I've been working on mastering my splits. So stretching is very good for your muscles. It loosens you up if you're stiff. And if you don't want to stretch, yoga. Now, yoga is a form of stretching, but it's also very therapeutic. I mean, just moving your body can definitely transform your life and transform your health, transform your energy, your glow. Number 5, create a dream me. So this means that what person do you see yourself being? Like, what is a dream you? What does dream you look like? What does he or she smell like? What does he or she feel like? What do they dress like? Or how do they carry themselves? Their persona, how do they talk? How do they walk? Write down a list of things or qualities that dream you has, and then start working on becoming those things. You have to fake it till you make it. And it's been working for me. I was like, you know what? I want to be that girl. So I pretend that I'm that girl. And that girl wears pink, and she's girly, and she's bright, and she's happy, and she's flawless, and she's just confident. Like, you just have to pretend that you're already there, and then eventually you'll believe it. Number 6, budget and save. Now, this is very hard. I'm telling you, it's really, really hard. I'm struggling with it still. It's not easy building a savings account. It's not easy getting started, but you have to start light. So, for example, 9 times out of 10, if I don't have any money, it's because I spent it all on food. Now, there's never a time where I'm like just 100% broke. I pretend to be broke so that I can keep money. That is one way that you keep money. A lot of my money go towards food. And so if you know that you're gonna eat out a lot, then meal prep. Meal prep is really good for saving. You can prepare to cook a meal and then make enough for 3 days. Then there you go. You've saved 3 days worth of eating out. And when I say 3 days worth of eating out, I mean $20, $40, $60. Because me, like, I eat Breadco a lot, and that's like $20 a day. So, or Chick-fil-A, I need to get a grip. Meal prepping will save you so much money. I'm telling you, it would save me $400 a month. Because if you multiply 20 by 5 and multiply that by 4, honey, that is a lot of money that you can put in your savings account or towards a business venture. Another way to save money is by looking at the price tags. I would go into a grocery store and I would not look at the price tag of the cheese. I'm like, okay, well, I know I like this cheese, so I'm gonna get that cheese. Well, this cheese is saving me 20 cents. Well, it's just a 20-cent difference. Hey, that change adds up. You just have to make sure that you are keeping track of where your money is going and how it's being spent. And it's so easy to just ignore that 5 or 10 cent difference, but it really does add up. Another way to save money is keeping track of where your money is going. So by that saying, I mean, make sure that you document your funds. I have this budget book and I write in it all the time, and this is just how I keep track of where my money is going and what I'm spending it on, and it helps me to save as well. So for every dollar spent, I put aside some money, because it's like, okay, make sure you know that you're not spending more than what you're saving. So remove the things in your life that no longer serves you. And with this, I mean people. If there are people in your life that are bringing you chaos and you're not at peace, you're unhappy, you feel kind of put off, then you need to throw them away. You need to cut them off, throw them in the trash, shut that door so that your kind of people will gravitate towards you. Sometimes negative energies will prevent the good energies from coming in. So just keep in mind of the type of people that you keep in your life. If they don't bring you any type of joy or fulfillment, then you need to let them go. If they don't help you in any kind of way, then you need to let them go. It may sound selfish, but sometimes you have to be selfish to level up in life. I don't know why, but my camera just keeps telling me that I have no storage and I've deleted all of my apps. It's really frustrating. Set aside some me time, at least once a week. So just set aside one day just to work on you, to pamper you, to make yourself feel good. Get your nails done, get a massage, take a nice warm bath with bubbles and candles and wine, and just relax. This will help a lot. Like sometimes you just need a reset day. Let that one day out of the week just be your reset to get back on track, get your mind right, especially if your day or your week has been chaos. That one peaceful moment will help you to get back on track and to get your mind cleared. Number 9, developing self-development and growth plans. So with this, I mean like better habits. Show yourself gratitude. Get up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, and just start throwing out good things about you, things that you love about yourself. Show yourself appreciation. Don't be hard on yourself when things don't go your way or turn out the way that you want them to. Create a morning and nighttime routine. So, try to make sure that you take time for yourself every morning and every night. Whether that be a skincare routine, creating a schedule or a to-do list. This is essential to just making sure that you're on track and on task, and that, your movements, your activities are created or made with purpose. Making sure you set goals in place. These are essential. Not comparing yourself to other people. Just as simple as that. Number 10, changing my mindset about life. So just believing that I'm here for a reason, believing that I have a purpose, believing that, life is a gift. So you have to just kind of take it all in and love on yourself. Do the things that you need to do to enhance your life and to transform. This is a lifelong process. You will be transforming your entire life. You're not gonna be the same person you were yesterday. It's your choice though. That's all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for checking me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.